Hare Krishna, Gauranga. So I was just reading a little bit more of this Krishna Samhita by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And one really fascinating shloka near the end of chapter 5 is he says, those who enjoy the fruits of their activities are called lusty. Such people's attachment for Krishna is contaminated with impurities, but if they cultivate attachment to Krishna for a long time, then pure devotion arises. So we can see it's a matter of time. But, before we'll actually become, or we'll, Krishna conscious, before we'll develop pure Krishna consciousness. But obviously as devotees, we can try to fast track that process by increased and deepened sadhana. And one of the most effective ways to rid ourselves from this lusty mentality, lusty desires, meaning of course more, and I think in this context is enjoyment of fruitive activities, not necessarily the sensual pleasures that we normally understand with the term lust, but this idea of I'm entitled to the results of my actions, I'm the enjoyer of my actions, I'm the enjoyer of my surroundings, and so on. This is the material minded mentality. That lusty propensity can be defeated by preaching, So one of the things is we're in the book distribution marathon for the last couple of weeks. Devotees have been going out. Certainly the brahmacharis have been distributing books full time. Grihastas, especially here where I am, we've been going out at the weekends doing door to door. And it's a really nice thing I had been thinking about earlier actually is I had to go somewhere in the car. And that journey would have took me about 20 minutes. I'm quite a strong walker, so maybe 25 minutes at the best. But in the car, it took like 4 minutes. It was nothing to the big powerful machine to drive there quickly, And I was thinking, wow, how amazing is this material energy? But ultimately, it has a source. So one of the things that we're doing when we're distributing books is we're linking people up to the source. We're giving them ideas that they've never experienced before. Because obviously for devotees, it's easy for us to think, yeah, Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead, everything emanates from him. We can easily think about things, we get realizations when we read and stuff, we think, oh yeah, of course, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, Krishna's the strength of the strong, and he's the most beautiful, and he's the most this and the most that, and he's the most everything, But for them, they've never necessarily not always have had that idea in their head that actually there's a supreme source, there's a supreme intelligence, there's an all-knowing, all-seeing personality who is, in charge of everything, Just like, of course, when we have our CEO or a manager or something like that, or a very highly talented colleague, he has insight into all the different aspects of the job. He may even, be very expert in the wider business concepts and so on. And sometimes you look up to that person, you think, oh, wow, I wish I was like them. So we should look up to Krishna. We should look up to that supreme person. And what that means, of course, looking up to them means following his instructions. And this is the whole point of the Bhagavad Gita. One of the things that's obviously been going on during the December marathon is a lot of Bhagavad Gita distribution and Bhagavad Gita sponsorship. So this book, Bhagavad Gita, is the direct words of Sri Krishna. So obviously we can use those words to purify ourselves, and when we become purified, we can use those words to purify the wider world by bringing new devotees to Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi Haribol.